Everybody knows that a flashlight is an incredibly important tool for anybody to have handy, whether it's in a vehicle, inside of their home, or as many of us do, carrying them around on our person in a jacket pocket or just tied to our hip. These are the ExtremeBeam flashlights. Now that may not be a name that's familiar to you yet, but this is their SX21R and this is their TAC24 model. These two models are incredibly well priced and incredibly durable. This is a very high-tech device that's been designed to optimize battery life so you get more runtime and make the most of the 220 lumens in this case and 235 lumens in the TAC24. Now those lumen numbers may not seem staggering to you at this day because there is actually a lumen war going on with a lot of the flashlight manufacturers. Somebody's got this number of 100 lumens, this number of 100 lumens, and it comes with price tags in the hundreds of dollars just to have a higher rating. The fact is, if you can't use that light, or if that light gets too hot to be left on and placed on something like a table, if the light burns out after just an hour or two, then it's really not that great that you can blind yourself and everybody else in one room simply by hitting the switch and having all that light reflected back at your eyes. And when you're in the dark and you need to identify something, you need to find something, what you want is usable light that you can direct, and that's what ExtremeBeam is all about. Of course, it's using LED technology, and what's interesting about ExtremeBeam is that they were making the LED technology replacement bulbs for other companies for a number of years before they started manufacturing their own lights. They have their own manufacturing facility, and this LED is absolutely state-of-the-art, 100%. The best LED that you can get in a flashlight, as far as I can tell. As you can see, it's double O-ring sealed on this end. We open up the back, it's also going to be double O-ring sealed there as well. All of the threading here is square cut, so it's going to be durable. It's going to be something that you can open up, put the batteries in and out, not have to worry about cross-threading, screwing it all up. Very durable, very large threads. You can see that there's no exposed spring. There's a protected switch in the back, this area back here. And the nice thing about this flashlight, and the reason that you're able to get the most out of the number of lumens that it has, really comes largely from this reflector. This super lumen reflector is, as you can see, a nice heavy piece of metal that's been machined and cut to specifically direct the beam of light that's coming off of this LED exactly where you're pointing it. Now you can see that the light that's coming out of this is really reaching out. This light will go 1,000 feet and it's only 220 lumens, and this reflector is why. It's not just a piece of plastic, it's not just a cheap piece of foil. This is a solid, well-machined piece with a nice piece of tri-cut glass out in front of it, and as you can see, this has a pretty aggressive bezel also, so if you are carrying this and you are in an emergency self-defense situation, somebody's close to you, you've got a good piece of metal here with some edge that you can use to apply force to defend yourself in that close quarters situation. We'll go ahead and screw this back. This is also single O-ring sealed up here on the front, and we'll put the LED piece back in there. And that is a tight fit, as you would expect. And throw our batteries back in, seal that back up. This one's set up just for a momentary, or for a click, I get a constant on. And you can see a very tight beam in the center, a very wide arc around it of not as bright light. But remember, that's what we want. We want to be able to put the light exactly where we need it. And the SX21R is going to allow us to do that for a retail price of under $80. $79.95 is what they're asking for this light. And for what you get, that's an incredibly high quality device. This light's just a little bit more expensive, and this is running 235 lumens, and this will give you that directed beam on the TAC24 all the way out to 1,300 feet. The other nice thing about these is that they're so well built that they are shock resistant up to 50 BMG. So you can go ahead and mount these on anything you've got as far as a home defense tool, or even your hunting firearm. If you're out hunting at night, you're doing some kind of predator hunting, you're doing hog hunting, something like that, you can mount these on anything that you're shooting for practical purposes, and they're going to withstand the abuse and punishment. For me, that means they can bounce around in the truck, they can go in a bag, they can be thrown in a pocket, thrown around, used. These lights are meant to be used, they're durable, they're going to stand up to the abuse, and again, incredible quality at a very fair price. Take a look at ExtremeBeam, one of our Personal Defense Network training tour sponsors for 2014.